Hi, Edwin Mayatero here. So I walk into my high school, my first day, right? And this was just after my mom had really instructed me, told me that go out there and do your very best. Make sure you pass. If you don't pass, you'll have no life, right? That was the instruction from my mom, that if you don't pass, you have no life, right? I go there now with the intention to go and pass. No other excuse, right? So I get there to high school, and I'm in boarding school now. And the only thing that other pressure that I have, beside the words that my mom gave me, was that I go there now and I'm just by myself, right? Basically, uh, my brothers who were supposed to take care, to make sure that they provide them the finances. It wasn't like, they were not like forced to do it. They volunteered to do it, right? To support during my education, right? They couldn't, right? So basically, I got there. The only person who could really support me was my mom. In the end, yeah, she wasn't working, right? So the finances were hard. So which means basically, I didn't have clothes at all. I didn't have much. Probably had one pair of shoe or something, and a few other things. I remember very well that for a long time, right, and there was actually one straight year that I was wearing only one underwear, second-hand underwear that I got from somebody, right? Now I go in there. I want you to listen to me very carefully. Right? So I go in there and ready to go and do very well in class. So I studied every book that I could. I did everything. I would listen in class. Initially, when I started, actually, it was very difficult for me to listen to the teachers when they were talking, right? Because of course I had not trained myself. So I started to train my mind to begin to. For me to concentrate in class, I had to echo the teacher in my mind as they speak, right? And that's one tip for you guys who are still going to school or studying, right? If you echo somebody who's speaking, ultimately you begin to be able to listen to them from beginning to the end. Today, I can literally listen to you, right, speaking to me for a long time, right, and never miss a single word because I learned that skill there. Okay. Now, so I did everything, right. Any teacher would tell me that I can't do anything, I would cry, right? I tell them I can do it. I'll try so many times, right? And I remember particularly, right? I know I did a lot of stuff, right? But particularly I remember this time when I went to see Mr. Sharma, right, my maths teacher. And I told him that, look, I've been trying my level best. I work so hard. I'm trying to do very well in maths, but I can't pass. I can't do as much as I want. I can only get as far as maybe 50 something percent in maths. So my maths teacher takes me, to speak to me for about 5 minutes and tells me exactly what to do, right? So he tells me exactly what to do. So I go and apply what he taught me, right? And he taught me that basically what he said to me is, he said, you see this the textbook for your maths, you must know it from back to front. You must do every question in there, and you must revise, do every exam paper you can grab with your hands. And he told me only 5 minutes and never repeated it again, right? And I took that instruction upon my shoulders, right? I worked so hard. And because of that, I ended up getting, in maths, I would get at least 90% in maths, right? It took me literally, probably, almost immediately, like a few weeks later, I was getting those kind of marks, right? That's the importance of that story alone tells you the importance of a mentor, right? But the main thing that I want to show you here is belief, right? Because I came with the belief or the faith that I'm going to do well, I had to do well. So because of the success that I had in maths, right, it sort of affected the other subjects as well. I started to perform very well on the other ones, right? Now, the reason why I'm telling this is because I want you to realize that I had believed that I can do it, right? And I had it from the beginning, right? I took no no for an answer. I wouldn't take a no for an answer, right? So I wanted to win. I had to win at all costs, right? And this is exactly the same attitude that you take to your business, right? Unless you, like what Napoleon Hill says, unless you break and pull down the bridges behind you, you cannot be able to go forward, right? That's what you need to do. You need to destroy all the hills, set them on fire, all the bridges behind you. Anything that will make you go back, you go to burn it and destroy it, and then you fire on, right? If you have that belief, you can do anything. So really, what does it take to succeed in business? It just takes your belief. You got to believe it and say, I can do it, right? Despite the code, despite the fact that you don't have proper shoes, you got torn shoes, despite the fact that you can't afford even a sweetie to yourself, despite the fact that once you miss your dinner, right, you'll have no dinner for that night. You can do it. So today, if you have that belief that you can do it, if you just tell yourself, I can do it, I can, changes everything. And if you are interested in a community that really works on themselves to become better themselves, a better of themselves, a better version of themselves, click on that link below this video, right? And I will introduce you to a community that does that. But you got to promise me that you will do whatever it takes, no matter how hard it is, you will do it. And you are ready to burn the bridges behind you and look forward. Thank you so much for listening to me today. I hope that inspired you. Bye for now.